So it was almost magical to see the original idea that I had turn into the song that it is now. And obviously, when you go into the studio and record it changes more, and then the problem becomes making the live song sound like the recording. So that was our big problem after we recorded that.
Yeah, so the audience is just sitting there going, what the heck?
Yeah, I mean, because it starts out something completely different, and you start out playing it for the audience, and it's one way, and then you go and record it, and all of a sudden, everyone has all these ideas for extra things to put in. Put in bells, put in more symphonies. So at that point, it's necessary to go back and sort of make sure you put everything that you put into the recording, into the live song.
Right. So the live performance is what's going to sell the recording anyway. Right.
I mean, that's what we rely on, too. I mean, gain fans and playing out is what the stage presence you don't get through the recording.
No. But I will tell you one thing, and I've learned this through years and years of listening to music. If a band is any good, but if a band is any good and the song is any good, if you close your eyes, lay back on your couch or on your bed, put your headphones on, close your eyes, you can imagine if it's been recorded properly that you are right there in front of the band.
Yeah, that's something I've experienced because I listen to a lot of music because music is my escape. So when I listen to the music, I'll close my eyes and imagine that I'm actually right there at the concert, and that's the best part for me.
Yeah, exactly. I do that a lot too, but that's just to get away from. Well, never mind.
Yeah, it's to get away from life and reality.
Exactly, you know. Exactly. I was going to say something else, but that works too. I kind of forgot I was talking to a lady there for a second. When you guys are writing, how does it go down? I mean, you just like all of a sudden, boom, an idea comes and everybody just runs in 8 different directions trying to put it all together, or is it like you said earlier, a full collaborative effort where everybody's just sitting down? Okay, this is going to be this is going to be this, and where are you recording all this stuff?
Well, it's kind of both, I would say, because the way we originally started out writing songs before Brett really got into the whole recording thing was, we rehearse times throughout the week, but of course we work for the band every other second of the day. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the song ideas come outside of rehearsal time. So the one person will think of a song idea outside of rehearsal and bring it to rehearsal. Well, this is before Brett started recording. So they would someone would bring the idea to rehearsal, and everyone would add their parts in and add their input, and that's the way the song would come to be. And every week, every rehearsal, it would just become more and more until we would say, "This is ready to play. This is ready to play, and this is ready to record." And now that Brett has learned a lot about Pro Tools 10, he will record the song and send it out to everyone, and everyone would take a listen and give him feedback, tell him if we like it, and then write a part. And by the time rehearsal rolls around, everyone will have their parts done, and then we add on to it. So it's actually a faster process now.
Very
but
good.
As far as recording goes, we have a wonderful producer, Christopher Simmons, who actually recorded our 5-song CD. But actually, I wouldn't say that a lot of it was done in a studio, like a real studio. A lot of it was done jungle, what he likes to call jungle, which means you don't really have to have a fancy studio to get amazing sound. A lot of the vocal recording was done at my house, in my attic. So the right mic and the right producer, the right person to record you, someone that knows what they're doing, and you could get the same sound that you could get out of a studio or better. So that's how we did that. the recording part. And so for Paradox Nightmare, we went to his studio and recorded there to collaborate. But a lot of it was we would do our individual parts, just wherever we wanted to do them. You know, a closet works if because of the clothes, bounce the sound back. So, I mean, whatever works. It doesn't have to be a studio. It could be whatever's convenient, and that's how we got it done.
Well, I'll tell you something you may not know. You know, I'm sure you're familiar with Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
Their first album, Under the Blade, was recorded in a barn.
Oh my gosh! See, that's exactly what he means by jungle. That is as jungle as it gets. And obviously, it worked for them. So. It
did. The album's a very good album. Sound quality was kind of but you know, hey, that was the '80s. Speaking of the CD, since you've mentioned it a couple times already, and that's the primary reason why we're here today. Now, this is a 5-song CD, I guess, for lack of a better term, an EP, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, yeah. I got a song on there that I absolutely love. I don't know which one of y'all brought it to the table, so to speak, but The Valley Beneath.
Valley Beneath. That was one of the first songs recorded. That was Brett's original idea. So.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about that song. I mean, tell the fans who haven't heard, potential fans who haven't heard it yet, what they can expect from the CD, I guess you would say, besides, you know, a couple of songs that we've played on the Women of Metal show, obviously.
Well, starting with Valley Beneath, that was our first recorded song. That's one of our faster, you know, heavier songs. It has whispers in it. It has the female vocals, and it has the male backing vocals. So it's really kind of a complex song, and it has the bells at the beginning. But I'm not really too sure about exactly what the song's about because it was Brett's idea, but The Valley Beneath Me has broken the door to the floor. So it's kind of an entrance.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, an entrance to hell, I would say. Now someone save us, we'll start over if we have to again. Please, God, just give us this one last fight. So someone asking for another chance before God. Please, God, just give us this one last fight. So someone pleading for another chance. So that's what that song is.
This is Alex Lindsay Roth from Second Empire, and you're listening to the Women of Metal show on InsaneRealmRadio.com. Embrace the madness.
How long did it take to record this?
The entire CD took actually a really long time because we would not stop until we had it completely right. The first time we got Hold Me Back, we all agreed that was going to be the final way we wanted to be, and we'd think of any add-ons later, but that was Hold Me for now. And then as we started, I think the next song we recorded was, we actually re-recorded The Valley Beneath, that should be the one that is on the CD now. Christopher, our producer, we would tell him what we liked and didn't like, and there was actually a lot of discrepancy between us, what we wanted to keep, what we didn't want to keep. And that's been happening, but I think that's actually very good because in the end we'll end up with something that we all agree on, something we all like. So Paradox Nightmare took a really long time. In the beginning, it didn't have the creepy speaking parts at the beginning with the guitar part. That was something we added in at the end to make it more interesting because we wanted to have something to catch the attention at the beginning. Yeah,
I believe the first copy that I was ever sent did not have that, but the final copy that I received about 2 or 3 weeks ago did. Yeah,
we actually play that at the beginning of our performances to open it up. So for the CD, it actually is a very interesting way to progress into the song from the last song. So,
you know, I love what you just did there. I gotta say, not to cut you off, but I love what you just did there, because you just said this is the third or fourth time throughout the course of this talk that you have used the term "our performance," not our show, our performance, and I got to tell you, I respect that.
Thank I think a lot of times a lot of these bands focus a lot on the music, and the music is obviously the most important thing. But I would say performance is what gets people into your music. That's really important. Without the performance aspect, it's not the same. That was something that before there was recording, that was music. That was part of music, and I think it still is a really important part of music today.
I think for symphonic metal, the most important part of it is, and I've seen a few bands live, and I'm not going to profess to be like the end-all, know-all of symphonic metal, but I've seen enough bands live to know that the most important part of the show, if you want to call it that, is not the show, but or the music, but is the whole performance, including the music.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, that was what's so amazing about Camelot. I mean, I saw them live, and that performance was just stunning. I mean, the music obviously is amazing, too, but that and the performance is what makes Camelot Camelot. And I've never seen Within Temptation live, but I have seen the videos of their performance with the Metropole, and that was all performance in the music, and that was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one, and I've seen, of course,
the Nightwish one too, the End of an Era. Wow.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was trying to spit out. Yeah, that was, and who knew at that point in time that was going to be their last concert?
Oh my gosh, it's so sad. It really is. I love Tarja, but I think Floor's really great too. So
yes, but I don't think she's, not to get too much deep into a discussion on that, but I don't think she's going to end up being their permanent vocalist either.
I mean, I don't know.
I'd love to see it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, I don't want to be one to predict anything because, but you might be right.
It's fun conjecture, but that's about all it is. Until somebody says otherwise, because she is with Revamp, and they are, and they're doing a pretty darn good thing on their own there too. So, I don't know that of course, who would want to pass up a chance to be a Nightwish? Well, me maybe.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Because I'm just not nearly as pretty as either of them. I'd look pretty silly in that dress, I'll tell you. Just saying. Okay. Rich asked me to do this, so I'm going to do. I got to ask you.
Okay.
Tell me about Burn Our Book.
Okay. Burn Our Book is kind of, a lot of people would say, not like our other songs, but I mean, that's our claim to fame. We're still working on the recording of that song. Live, it's really heavy. Everyone gets really into it. It has a lot of screaming elements in it, which is why it's not a normal Second Empire song. But I think it does have the Second Empire vibe, and I really, really love that song. I think with a little bit more work, that could become a really great song. You know?
I haven't heard the song, so I can't offer an opinion on it, although I'd love to hear it. Hint, hint. But my whole thing is this: what defines normal? You use the term a normal Second Empire song. Second Empire is for musicians who create music, and hopefully will create a lot of great music now going forward. Okay, who's to say that that's not a normal Second Empire song, especially at this early stage?
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to say with all of this. We don't have a formula. We really don't have a formula. That's why I think Burn Our Book has come to be, because we haven't rolled it out. I would say I just don't call it a normal Second Empire song, because none of our other songs have not much screaming in them, and we're not a screamo band at all. And I don't even think this is a screamo song, but some people say that it's not like our other songs. It's different, and yes, it is different, and I think that's okay. I mean, I think that's awesome. I think that